Hello, I'm Alexandra and welcome back to my channel. This is the start of another reading vlog, but this time I have a little challenge. So the first plan was to read for 24 hours between Friday and Sunday. It's currently Wednesday, and I've decided that why not just read for 24 hours and see how much I can read and how long it's gonna take. So the plan is to start now. I'll count my hours and bring you along as I read, and after 24 hours we'll recap everything that I've read and how much progress I've made. I think it's better because, you know, life, reading for 24 hours in 3 days, it's 8 hours a day, which is kind of a lot. You know, I have a life, things planned. So if I start it now, I'm just gonna read and see like how many hours I read a day, and we'll see. But I have, because it's already the last like 10 days of the month, I took all my TBR books, put them on myself so I can talk about them and so you can see what I'm working with right now. First off, I'll start with my ebook. I'm currently reading The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. This is the Nightborn Duet Book 2. It's part of the Crowns of Nyaxia, and it's a vampire fantasy book. I love the first one, so this is the second one, and I think I'm like 36 or 37%. I'm just opening it. I'm 40% into it. It says that I have 4 hours and 39 minutes left, so that's the ebook for this vlog. And then I also have it as an audiobook on Libby, so from my library. So we'll see if I can finish this during the 24 hours. I'm also reading a Brandon Sanderson book. This is The Alloy of Law. This is, I think, book 4 of the Mistborn. Yes. So it's 300 years after the first Mistborn trilogy. And you're following new people. It's like completely different. I've made it to page 50 and I don't know why. This is like, I don't know, it feels country vibes, like, you know, cowboys and whatever. I don't know if it's the color or like, we'll see what happens. But I started it yesterday, I think. I need to finish it before the end of the month, so for sure I'm gonna make some progress into this. So far so good. It's very different from the other Mistborn, so we'll see how that goes. I'm also reading Shogun, volume 1 by James Clavell. This is more like a classic, I would say. I'm on page 216. My plan is also to finish this week. I was trying to read a chapter a day, but I'm on chapter 15, so I have some progress to make. I don't think I will finish this during the vlog, but for sure I'm gonna say at least 10 chapters, okay? I need to make progress into this because I've been reading this for like 2 months. So 10 chapters into this. Now it's on the rest of the book for this month. Let's talk about a book that I'm not sure I'm gonna enjoy. It's Remote Control by Stephen White. I've read other Stephen White and didn't get into them that much. I'm like, it's a last chance. If I'm not enjoying this, I'm gonna get rid of all the books I own by him. So I will try. Also, it's kind of short. It's like 400 pages. Paperback. Should read fast. But if I'm not enjoying it, I'll put it down. But then I have other books that are very interesting. So we have First Comes Scandal by Julia Quinn. This is a Bridgerton prequel, so historical romance. I loved Bridgerton. I used to be a very big fan of historical romance, not that much anymore, just because I've read most of the ones I wanted to read. You know, we'll see. But anyways, I know I'm gonna enjoy this a lot, and it's gonna be a super quick read, so perfect for a challenge where I try to read as much as I can. It's gonna be good. Then I have a Christina Lauren book. It's Sweet Filthy Boy. The last book I've read by Christina Lauren, I did not enjoy that much. It was like a 2 or 3 stars. It was something wild. It just wasn't working for me. But maybe this one will. I've loved some of their books. Didn't love other books, so, you know, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And then a book that I am very, very excited to read. It's another thriller. This one is Black Cross by Greg Iles. I've loved every single book I have read by Greg Iles so much that I bought this new. So, you know, I love this. I don't know if I'm gonna start it during this vlog because I want to read some other books that are not, like, I know I'm not completely into the books. I want to keep this for like you know, just feel good book if I make some progress into the other book. Sorry, I'm looking on the floor because all the books are on the floor now. So yeah, but maybe towards the end of this vlog I could pick this up. We'll see, but I am kind of excited to read. Yeah, the school semester is slowing down now. I have more time for myself, so I will sleep and read and obviously study and do life. But I am excited for this vlog, so I will start very soon and I'll update you as I go. I'll try to update you every at least 3 hours. We'll see if I actually do that, but that's the plan, so I will see you soon. The next day. It's the morning, so it's very early for me. I'm not quite awake, but I've read for a little more than 2 hours and I've made some good progress, I think, because like only read for 2 hours. Okay, let's start with my Brandon Sanderson book. I didn't read that much, so I made it to page 77, so chapter 4. So far so good. I'm still enjoying it. I need to make some progress into this, very important, but I made some progress into Shogun. I'm actually already on chapter, what is it? Let me find it. I'm like in the middle of a chapter. 20 already. So I'm now on page 298. This book has a little bit more than 500 books. 500 pages, so exactly 533. So, you know, making progress into this. But I think the book I've made the most progress in is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. I'm now at 57%, and I'm very like into the story at the moment. I want to know what's gonna happen, and sorry, I lost my voice. I love reading it so much that I decided to not actually listen to the audiobook. So I went and looked at other like potential audiobooks that I could listen to, which was hard because I looked at the books that are on my monthly TBR, couldn't find any available audiobook. So I went into the rest of my physical like unread books. I have a lot, but the only one I could find that was available right now is a Louise Penny. This is A Better Man. The audiobook is 13 hours long. I don't think I'm gonna like finish it during this vlog, but I needed something so I could, you know, clean my house and do things while reading, because it's gonna be a big help, because I thought I was gonna have tonight to read. It's Thursday, but it turns out I have a lot of plans, so I'm leaving home at like 4 p.m. and coming back at like 11 p.m. So, but yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying reading, and now I'm gonna go clean a bit the kitchen while listening to my audiobook. And I have many classes today. I have 2 classes, so very busy day, but I'm gonna go listen to this while I unload the dishwasher, and I'll come back to you once I've made some progress. Bye! Hello! So it is Friday now, and I've been reading for 6 hours and 23 minutes, and I made some good progress. So first off, my audiobook, so A Better Man, which is this book. I'm 11% into it. I'm on chapter 8. So I've been listening to it for, it says 1 hour and 25 minutes, but I'm listening to it at 1.75 the speed, so, you know, not quite that long. And then into all the books, I have all the books on my legs as usual. Also, like, today is very cold compared to other days, but next week on Monday, it should feels like 46 Celsius, which I'll put in Fahrenheit here, but it's very hot. So 72% into my ebook, which is this one. Anyways, enjoying it so much. I want to read it, but at the same time, I'm enjoying this book a lot. It's The Alloy of Law. This is book 4 of the Mistborn World by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm already on chapter 16, so that's page 293. I have 90 pages to read, and honestly, I'm loving it. And also, it's fairly easy to read, which is surprising because sometimes Brandon Sanderson can be hard to read. But yeah, I'm enjoying this so much, and I've put post-its, which I never do, but I think these are very funny. So let's read the first one. It's on page 90. Also, there's no spoilers, so that's chapter 4. It says, calling a man refined by rough's standards is like saying a brick is soft by building material standards right before you smash it into a man's face. It's just very funny. And then there's this one. The world is changing. First railways, now electricity. How long before men take to the skies, as the words of founding say is possible? Very funny, because like right now obviously we can fly. So anyways, I enjoyed those two, but otherwise, like, the story is pretty simple. I think there's like, because we already read like the first trilogy of the Mistborn, so you kind of already know more about the world, but that's 300 years after. Is it? Yeah, after. So there's a lot of things that have changed, and technology has changed and all of that, but I'm enjoying this a lot. I don't think I'm enjoying it as much as the first trilogy, but you know, it's just the first book, and I'll keep on reading more. We'll see, but I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm planning to sit down and finish it right now. And I've also made progress into Shogun, so I'm now on page 333, and that's chapter 23. So I'm making good progress. I'm right here. So yeah. I've read a lot for 6 hours. Honestly, like, it's been great. So now I'm gonna go get water, and I'm gonna sit here and finish the Alloy of Law because I want to finish it. So I will come back to you. Hello. So I've been reading for almost 10 hours now, and I finished 2 books yesterday. So first one I did finish is the Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. I actually enjoyed this, not as much as I did the Mistborn, like the first 3 books. It's very different, but like I managed to finish it in like 2 days, which is a first with Brandon Sanderson because as we all know, these usually take a lot of time to read, but this one read super quick. Loved it. I think 4 stars, I'm guessing. I will be reading the next book in that series next month, so we'll see how that goes. I've also finished my ebook, which was The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. This is the Nightborn Duet Book 2. It's part of Crowns of Naxia. I think I preferred the first book, but this was very different. A lot of things were happening. I think I was afraid of the way it was gonna end, but it ended well, so I'm happy about that. Not my favorite, but I will be reading the 3rd book. I'm thinking about, like, I need to check up with my friends because we're reading this together, but I might be able to start the 3rd book in this vlog, so we'll see. But yeah, so 2 books done. It's great, it's going well. I started the book this morning, Remote Control by Stephen White. I made it to page 127. First chapter was very good. These chapters are like 70 pages long. I don't like long chapters, but anyway, first chapter was very good. Second chapter, not as much. So now I'm going into chapter 3. I don't know how many chapters there is. Very, very, very long chapters. It's I think there's 8 chapters. Yeah, 8 chapters. So it took me about an hour and 20 minutes to read 126 pages. So yes, I will keep on reading this and Shogun, and I'll update you once I make some progress into those books. So yeah, let's see. 9 hours and 52 minutes. Is it gonna focus? Not really. Anyway, so I will come back to you. It's also a Saturday morning, and I've stopped drinking coffee in the mornings. It's my first day. I will have a headache, but you know, trying to slow down on my coffee intake because it's not good for you. So I will see you soon. Hello. So I've been reading for 17 hours and 45 minutes now. It's now Sunday, and since I've talked to you, I've made a lot of progress. So first off, for my audiobook, so this book, A Better Man by Louise Penny, I'm now 42% into it. It's good. I'm enjoying it a lot, so I mean, that's very nice. So you're following Inspector Armand Gamache, who first they're trying to, that's the cat going into a box. They're trying to find out a missing woman who was married to a violent man, and she's pregnant, but it's not her husband's baby and all of that. But then she's dead, so they're trying to figure out who did it, and there's a lot of weird people surrounding that woman, so we don't know. I can't wait to learn who did it, but you know, very good. Then I read Remote Control by Stephen White. I was actually very invested into this. I finished it like in a sitting, not in a sitting, but you know, finished it very quick. You're following this woman who got into a weird situation, and she fired a gun and someone died, and she thinks she did it, but she doesn't know, and there's a bunch of weird stuff complex stuff, but overall it was good. I think it's my favorite Stephen White book. I wouldn't say it's like 5 stars, not at all. It's like a 3.5, but I will try another book by him and we'll see how that goes. Then last night and this morning I finished Sweet Filthy Boy by Christina Lauren. So the last book I've read by Christina Lauren, I didn't enjoy it at all, but I think I know why. I think their older work, so this is working way better for me. It happens sometimes, like with Emily Henry, preferred her older work than her new work, and you know, just writers change and it's fine, but it just sometimes it doesn't work. So I enjoyed this a lot. You're following Mia, who finishes college and she goes on a Vegas trip and she meets what was his name? I don't even remember. That's very funny. Okay, Ansel Guillaume, who is French, half American, and there's a very big attraction and they drink a lot and they get married, which I hate when that happens. Like, just, you know, don't get married in Vegas. But anyways, so that's in the first like 3 or 4 chapters in this book. And also there's a bunch of French in this book, but it's like no one that I know that speaks French would speak that way. I'm not from France, I'm from Quebec, but French is my first language and I've been around a lot of French people from France and they don't speak like that, so that was very confusing. But after that, after you've gone through the beginning, it gets so good. Like, I just wanted to finish this book to see where it was going. So Mia moves to France, Paris, for like the summer because she's between finishing college and going into business school. And you know, they're married and they're trying to figure it out and all of that, but it was very good. I enjoyed this a lot. I think I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars, but it was so good. Enjoyed myself a lot. Then I'm gonna move to a historical romance. It's First Comes Scandal by Julia Quinn. This is part of the Bridgerton series, but it's a prequel. You're following Georgiana and Nicholas. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm very excited and I'll try to finish it. I think I can finish this before the end of my 24 hours. God, it's absolutely crazy. I don't think I'm gonna finish my 24 hours today, Sunday, because it's already 12 and I'm kind of tired. So we'll see how that goes, but worst comes to worst, I'll finish it tomorrow and it's fine because that was the whole plan for this vlog. Just read and see how long it's gonna take me to read 24 hours. So I'm gonna go into this book and I'll see you soon. Hello! So it is Monday morning and I've read for almost 21 hours now. I read in the afternoon yesterday and that was it. So finished the book in one sitting. First Comes Scandal by Julia Quinn. Absolutely love this one. I mean, it's not my favorite by Julia Quinn, but for sure it was very good and I got into the story pretty quick and it just kept on going and I enjoyed it. So, you know, it was very nice to read this whole book. It took me about 2 hours and a half or a bit less than 400 pages, so you can know how fast I read. So yeah, 5 books. I've read 5 books now and I started another book. This is Black Cross by Greg Iles. I love Greg Iles. Like, I cannot even explain to you how much I love his writing and his stories and all of that. So I did start it this morning. I'm now on chapter 3, so I mean I'm at the beginning. I've made some progress into my audiobook. Let me check. Also today it's gonna be very hot. The AC is on and I'm not planning to go outside. Deliver later. Sorry, I have books that are like so many books. That's interesting. Anyways, so I am now 42% into A Better Man, which is this book. I don't know if I've made some progress since I talked to you, maybe a bit. I have 2 classes today, so 6 hours of classes, so don't think I'm gonna finish my 24 hours today. We'll see how the day goes, but I mean, I have some cleaning to do, so maybe I'll listen to my audiobook while doing that. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and head out to my office for my class, and I'll see you soon. Hello, so I made it. I've read for 24 hours. Finished it on Tuesday night. It's now Wednesday because I couldn't. Cats are fighting. Okay, so I couldn't film yesterday or today. It's now when cats are fighting. Hey oh! Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Qu'est-ce que vous faites? It's like having kids. Anyways, I did finish Shogun by James Clavell. This is volume 1. Did not like this book. I'm glad I finished it. I will now be watching the show because apparently it's very good. So very excited for the show. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna hate the show too because I don't know. It's not my type of things. Anyways, I made some progress also into A Better Man by Louise Penny. I'm now 53% into it, so that's chapter 24, a bit more than halfway through it. I'm enjoying it. It's getting slow again, so I don't know, but very glad I've picked this up because it's part of my physical unread books challenge. Anyways, and I've also made progress into Black Cross by Greg Iles. Last night I was about somewhere like 70 pages into it when I finished the challenge. I've read it more today. It's about World War II and an American doctor who also has a master in chemical engineering, I believe, and he goes and helps Great Britain. And now we're getting more into like people that are in the camps and all of that, so it's different from what I've read by him, but it's still a bit like a thriller. So Cat is absolutely crazy. Anyways, so we still have the vibe of the thriller that I really enjoy with Greg Iles, and I'm very excited to keep on reading this. So the plan is the 25th of June, so before the end of the month I will have finished this. This is the last book from my June TBR, so very glad I read for 24 hours because it made me finish a lot of books, so very glad about this. So now I'm gonna go and I don't have my Kindle, but I'm gonna read this and flip-flop between my Kindle for the rest of the month. But yeah, it was a nice challenge. Very glad I read a lot and I enjoyed a lot of my books that I read. So let's keep on going with this vibe. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye!